Welcome everyone to today's webinar hosted by Caring.com. Today we'll be covering the opportunities for 55 plus and other senior apartments on Caring.com and how Caring can serve as your digital billboard on the retirement roadway. As we begin, I'd like to cover a few housekeeping items for today. This is a one-way webcast, meaning only the presenters from Caring will have video and audio throughout today's presentation. However, we'd still love to hear from you. At any point throughout the webinar, please submit your questions using the Q&A section within Zoom. Our team will be answering those questions live at the end of this presentation. One of the most common questions that we receive is, will this webinar be recorded? The answer is yes. We are recording today's presentation, and we will send out not just the recording, but also the slides over the next couple of days. This free webinar is brought to you by Caring.com. Now, for those joining who may be less familiar, Caring.com is a leading online resource for senior living and senior care. Our organization was founded by caregivers for caregivers. Our flagship website, Caring.com, was created and launched in 2007 to equip family caregivers to make better decisions, save time and money, and feel less alone and less stressed in providing senior care to their loved ones. We've since expanded to cover numerous other categories like senior apartments or even devices and services that can aid seniors throughout the aging process. Today, we have a portfolio of websites and referral services that millions of people use to research senior care. These websites include senioradvice.com, payingforseniorcare.com, and seniorhousingnet.com, just to name a few. And thousands of senior living communities and in-home care agencies partner with Caring to reach their target audience who is actively looking online for care solutions. One of the many reasons that care seekers turn to Caring is for our high integrity reviews program. We have over 350,000 reviews, and we added over 50,000 in 2021 alone. And we'll be talking more today about how Caring's reviews program is a tool that you can leverage when it comes to attracting the 55 plus audience. First, I'd like to start with some introductions. My name is Olivia Duke, and I'm the Director of B2B Marketing here at Caring. I'm serving as the moderator for today's webinar. More importantly, I'm pleased to introduce our featured presenter today, Peggy Garrett. Peggy has over 30 years of experience in post-acute and senior living. We're very excited to have her here for today's presentation. Now, to walk you through the agenda for today, we're going to start off by diving into the 55 plus audience, how they interact online, and how they engage with their senior living options. Then we're going to compare audience and demographic data for Caring.com and another advertising option that we know is popular for 55 plus communities, apartments.com. We'll go on to discuss two of Caring's assets in more detail, the amount of online traffic they attract and how that traffic behaves. Finally, we'll go into more detail on the benefits of a subscription with Caring.com. As I mentioned, we will use what time we have left at the end of the presentation to host a live Q&A and address any of the questions that are submitted throughout the presentation. For those who are able to stick around until after the Q&A, we have a free offer for all who are interested that we'll be sharing at the end of our presentation. Now, to get things started, I'm going to hand it off to Peggy to take you through the 55 plus audience online. Over to you, Peggy.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So what she means by one-way webcast is that I'm talking to the computer. I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's a little bit challenging. So I'm going to dive right in. Just bear with me while I walk you through the slides and the information that goes with them. Today, everyone is online and researching. That includes 80% of Americans 55 and over. Seniors are spending about 6 hours a day searching online. In the United States, there are 15,500 online searches per hour related to senior living and senior care. That's up from 6,000 searches back in 2017. So the number, as you can see, is growing rapidly. Most don't know where to begin. So 67% of searches for senior care are generic terms, like senior apartments, rather than searching for your community specifically by name. Consumers prefer aggregator sites. They're more convenient for this consumer to view a broad range of communities or care options all in one place, saving them time compared to visiting multiple company sites separately. Caring gets 1.6 million views per month. It's one-stop shopping as an opportunity for them to connect with the community that fits their needs. Finding your reviews on Caring provides credibility not found on a company website. Consumers will automatically assume that the company website is only showing the positive reviews. Caring ranks higher in searches than other senior sites and is recognized as credible by Google. Your reviews matter. 71% of adults 55 and older read online reviews of local businesses, probably just like you do. I know I do. I research everything on Amazon before I make a purchase, Yelp before I have dinner, or OpenTable to make sure there are good reviews. 52% of consumers won't use a business that has fewer than 4 stars. On average, they read 7 reviews before they trust you. 8 in 10 people trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations from a friend or a professional. Reviews boost traffic and ultimately your move-ins. When a prospect calls you after reading your reviews, they've already made a choice. Moving to a senior apartment is a big decision. It's going to be home for several years. So the reviews are highly important so that they can make a good decision on the front end. My 89-year-old uncle moved from Florida to New Jersey by researching what he wanted online. He never saw the property that he moved to before he moved. He chose a vibrant community based on the reviews, and now instead of being isolated at home, he has friends nearby to socialize with. He's also started working on his second book. Let's look at the advertising alternatives. We know the internet is a vast place and you have options for where you advertise your 55 plus community. To achieve the best return on investment from your marketing, we recommend highly targeted advertising to the right audience. For instance, a general apartment listing site like apartments.com is going to cover a very broad audience, including young professionals, college students, and even low-income families who likely won't be your prospects for a 55 plus community. By contrast, a site like caring.com is highly focused on your target audience. Seniors and their loved ones come to Caring for everything related to seniors, and they have been doing so for years. These 2 slides are about demographics. So apartments.com doesn't target seniors. 55 plus is only 15% of their traffic. Caring.com targets seniors with 41% of the traffic 55 and older. In addition to that, the younger age brackets are on Caring.com searching for a loved one who is 55 or older. On the next slides, we're going to dive into how you search for 55 plus on apartments.com to start with. Locating 55 plus apartments on apartments.com is not intuitive. The homepage tells us they are #1 for rentals. Caring is #1 for seniors. When you look at the homepage, nothing is obvious. Even scrolling down to the bottom of the page where everything is located, there is no option for 55 plus. Nothing in there that says 55 plus if you're following along. Everything else possible under the sun. Going up to the menu, still no option for 55 plus. Let's scroll over and search by location. Putting in the location brings up everything in your target area. Still nothing that says 55 plus. Try type. Under type, still no 55 plus. Let's go to more. Lifestyle. Finally, under lifestyle, senior housing. It's amazing how difficult that was. Not an easy task at all. Now let's try caring.com. So on Caring, the ribbon or the menu, if you will, is pretty simple. It's assisted living, memory care, all senior living where 55 plus is housed. You can choose that, then choose your location. While we're on that page, it describes what 55 plus is. So someone might come to caring.com looking for something else entirely and come across the 55 plus and determine that's really what they need. And when you search for a location, it's going to pull up everything that's in your area. Now let's talk about the volume. I'm sorry, an overview of who we are, what sites we're on. I apologize. Much more than caring.com, we own and are affiliated with multiple sites. Here are two. And this is another way that we increase traffic for our partners. For one fee, your community will be on both caring.com and seniorhousingnet.com. Caring.com generates an average of 1.6 million visits per month. That the traffic spans all 50 states, with each state getting at least 1,000 monthly views. The highest density states like California, Texas, and Florida generate up to 128,000 visits, as you can see by the darker shaded areas. And these places are popular for seniors, Texas, Florida, and California for retirees. Seniorhousingnet.com, which is also powered by the same directory, generates an average of 250,000 visits a month. Like caring.com, the traffic spans all 50 states. One statistic that is particularly interesting for this site is it does generate a lot of senior apartment interest. The 55 plus communities page is the sixth most popular page on the website. So people spend a lot of time there. The stats we've shared so far are representative of both sites. Here are some numbers that dive into the specific 55 plus community interest that is present on Caring websites. Not only do each of the 55 plus community pages generate thousands of views every month, but our audience is very engaged. They're spending on average between 1 to 2 minutes on the page. And that's significant. If they stop and spend a couple of minutes on a page, they're reading the details and learning about your property. This slide is more visual than me talking. So if you take a look at how a couple might follow the road or the journey to your property, you can see that they're going to start with exploring their downsizing options, and then they're going to click on they might do a Google search and end up on caring.com's organic listings pages, and then go on to who's a good fit for the 55 plus community, and then search for 55 plus communities in their area, which is where they'll find your specific listing once you've enhanced your property. Enhancing your listing. The reasons for enhancing a listing with us is we're very much like the former Yellow Pages or phone book. If you enhance your listing here, your listing is equal to a billboard on the internet, and it allows you to showcase your property in a way that isn't possible on the highway billboard. You can provide extensive descriptions, professional photos, video links to celebrations, open houses, and other events. Your reviews are important, and we will work with you to help you increase your review collection. Caring offers programs to easily request reviews from your customers, including a toll-free number that makes it easier for those that are not technologically savvy. The reviews team will make it easy for you to quickly build your reviews. Managing your reputation is part of that. Caring notifies partners when reviews are published to their listing to enable an expedited response. Reviews and your responses make a difference to the consumer. For example, you might have a review that talks negatively, easy for me to say, about maintenance or some other service. Responding to that with positive feedback will make a difference to the consumer. So they can see that you respond when there is a concern and that you take care of it. That's important. Getting recognized for service excellence. The Caring Star is an award that was developed in 2012. And the criteria is high, but there are criteria each year for your property to earn a Caring Star. Before I came to work at Caring, I was a customer. 5 of the 14 properties that I supported won the Caring Star. I think the first year it was available in 2012. We put it in all of our advertising, and I used it to reward the teams at the properties for doing such excellent work. The reviews make a difference to your prospects. Thank you.
Wonderful. And before we launch into our live Q&A, I would like to recap those key takeaways that Peggy covered in today's presentation. But remember to stick around until the end to take advantage of our free offer as well. The first key takeaway that Peggy touched on today is that adults 55 and up are actively searching online. In order to boost occupancy, digital marketing must be a key aspect of your strategy. Secondly, Caring.com is a key destination for seniors. As our website demographics show, the majority of visitors that come to the site are adults 45 and over. Finally, partner with Caring to plant your digital billboard on the retirement roadway. Remember that a partnership with Caring is more than just Caring.com. It includes enhanced listings on multiple relevant sites, as well as review and reputation management tools. If you are considering a partnership and would like to learn more, you can contact CGS_sales@Caring.com. If you are an existing partner and today's presentation spurred any questions, please reach out to CGS_success@Caring.com and our team will be happy to assist you. And that concludes the content portion of our presentation today. I've seen a few questions come through, and you're welcome to keep submitting, so feel free to send any our way. And since we touched on some of the benefits of our reviews program today, we also have the director of our reviews program, Denise Grob, here attending. So I'm going to invite her to join our panel and answer any questions specific to reviews. So since we do have the expert in the house, don't hold back on any questions when it comes to reviews.
Thank you, Olivia and Peggy. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, one that came through and happy to repeat for anyone who might have joined a few minutes in is yes, we are recording today's presentation. We will be emailing out the recording and the slides to all registrants later this week. You should also be able to find this presentation as well as many others we've done in the past on our webinar archive on partners.caring.com. So I encourage everyone to check those out. All right, one question we have here that would be great for you, Peggy. You showed 2 different site examples. Does that mean we have to update both site listings if we have changes to our community?
That's a very good question. No, we make it very simple. There is one portal, if you will, for you to update your listing, and it makes it really simple. You can make changes to your listing as you go along. If things change, you can update your pricing, update video links, and all those kinds of things all in one spot. It will go to both sites.
Wonderful, wonderful. Definitely want to make that easy on everyone. How do I respond to my reviews on my listing? Denise, that's a great one for you.
It sure is, and it's a very common question we get. Peggy mentioned for the communities who are partnered with Caring, we provide an instant alert to the email that the partner provides, letting you know we've published a new consumer review on your listing. Inside that alert are quick links to submit a response or to let us know if there's any fact-based errors and the review needs to be reevaluated and removed. There's no login. You don't have to remember a new password. It's super easy, takes only a few minutes, and goes right to our team in the highest priority processing queue. We are also integrated with 6 different reputation management and monitoring platforms. So some communities use those platforms. They can respond to reviews on Caring via that way. The last option is at any time a community can email reviews@caring.com to reach our team, bring our attention to a review, publish a response. That's a much more manual process and slower. It takes about 7 to 10 business days. So it's not as ideal as the situation of enhancing the listing and getting those automated alerts, but it's still an option. And in July, one thing that we hear from communities over and over again is that they don't know what to say. So in July, we're going to cover how to respond to reviews, some best practices and do's and don'ts. Don't miss that webinar for those of you, for that person who asked about how to respond, but also for others who are interested in that topic as well.
Absolutely. More great content coming your way from reviews you don't want to miss out on. And we actually have one other reviews question that came through. So over to you, Denise, again. But is the Caring Stars Award only available to advertisers on caring.com?
That's a great question. And there's a bit of confusion in the industry sometimes with this award. It's not us giving an award to our favorite communities, although we do like that our partners dominate the list because they take advantage of the review services we offer. But Caring Stars, any senior living community and senior care business can qualify. It's based on reviews. We keep the criteria public facing, so you can email reviews@caring. I'm happy to give you information about that. One key thing, there's also been some industry confusion around, gee, what is Caring Stars versus these other best senior living awards I'm hearing about? I can tell you there's no fee to participate in Caring Stars. We collect reviews from residents and their family members at no charge to the senior living community. We also provide free PR and marketing support for Caring Stars winners. There is no fee to license the badge. So Caring Stars is an excellent award. I'm so thrilled. When Peggy joined our organization, I was so thrilled to hear about her Caring Stars experience. I'm the creator of Caring Stars, so I love stories like that. If we have communities on this call who, like Peggy, have won the award and you have a story like that I haven't heard yet, please get in touch with me. I would love to hear how Caring Stars has helped your community with occupancy. In general, looking at our portfolio of partners, those with the award have had more than 2 times more inquiries and nearly 3 times as many move-ins as our community partners that don't have the award. So it's free, based on reviews, and drives occupancy support. So reach out to Reviews@Caring to get to earn that award for your community too. Thanks for asking.
Yes, great question, and so true that we love hearing those stories. So if you have had success, reach out. We do have a couple questions that are a little bit more account specific. So for those, we'll follow up over email to just make sure we address that specifically for your question. But we do have one question here that I think would be great to kind of close out on. Will you be able to send information on the costs and listing information, plans, etc.? Absolutely. So we'll be in touch with you specifically since you've asked on what information we can give you. Costs, of course, depending on the number of properties that you'd like to list and everything, we can have one of our account executives get in touch and break that down for you, as well as all the benefits that come with the enhanced listing as well. All right. With that, we're going to close our Q&A portion. Again, we will cover some of these specifically over email if we didn't get to your question. And now onto that special offer. So we are offering everyone joining today's call a free reputation analysis. So Denise spoke on reviews, and you saw how important reviews are in our presentation today, especially for that 55+ audience. So this complimentary analysis will assess how do your current reviews stack up, and are they appealing to users? And our team will also offer recommendations on how you can collect more reviews to help you boost move-ins. If you are interested, simply fill out the survey at the end of the webinar, and we will be in touch with you, or email reviews@caring.com directly if you'd like to just reach out about this. And thank you all so much for joining. We welcome your feedback on today's presentation, and if there are any topics that you'd like us to dive into in the future, we would love to hear it. There will be a survey that pops up as this webinar closes where you can let us know. This is where you can also opt in to take advantage of that free reputation analysis, so be sure to fill it out. And you can also get in touch with us through the phone number and emails that are listed here. To stay on top of Caring's upcoming trainings, I encourage you to follow us on LinkedIn, as well as visit our industry website, partners.caring.com. So with that, we'll let you get back to your commendable work of operating senior communities, and we hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you everyone for joining.